So this video will be for teachers for creating and using the topic section of On Campus. As soon as you log into On Campus, this is what your page would look like on a normal day. The first thing that you would do if you're going to go create a topic would be to go to one of your classes. So first, we'll just go to a random one here, Science Grade 8-1. So first we'll take a little tour of my topic section. It usually brings you first to the bulletin board. I don't have anything in there quite yet. But if you go to my topic section, I've got a couple different chapters and sections set up. One with just random helpful resources, some videos, and I think my syllabus is in there as well. And then I've got a folder or a topic section for each chapter. So in the Chapter 18 folder, I've got a download section up here where I've got blank notes for the students. I've got copies of the labs, a handout, pretty much anything that a student might lose. There's also a copy here. A link to an article about whether or not the moon rotates, and a couple videos that I've pulled off of YouTube and embedded on the screen so that students can watch them at their leisure. So if you wanted to then make a topic, or if I wanted to make a new topic, I would come over here to this button which says Add Topic. You would add in a title. I'm going to call mine Test Topic. And then it gives you some options for how to lay out your topic. I always pick the second one here. I don't think it makes really any difference, but that's just the one I did the first time, and that's what I keep doing. Creature of habit. Down here you can select which sections will see this topic. So these are my two Southfield grade 8 sections. If I want to add the Dexter sections, I'd hit that Add More button, come up to Classes, for me, Science Middle School, and then I can come in here and add my other three Dexter sections of Science 8th grade. If it was something that I wanted copied over to 6th grade, I could do that as well. And same thing for the advisory. I wouldn't really mess with the homerooms, but I might add it to my advisory group here if I was interested in doing that. So then I would click Save and Add Materials. That'll allow us to start adding things in. So this is basically a blank topic. I usually come over here and you have to grab these little squares. Clicking on them doesn't do anything. So click and drag it over here. And as soon as you see that little dotted square box appear, you can drop it into there and it'll appear. If instead, I took a cover title and just tried to drop it over here, it disappears. I drop it over here, nothing happens. So if I actually want the cover title to come in, I put it over here. The cover title, it just tells you what the title is, and cover image, that's if you want to add some kind of picture. If you don't add it, it's just a square that says test topic or chapter 18 or something like that. I usually try to throw in just some kind of funny picture or something that relates in some way. On the left here, there's a lot of materials that you can add in. There's also different elements like a horizontal line that you could put between your downloads and your links, and another horizontal line or a spacer or something between your photos and your videos or something, for instance. So if I want to add downloads, I will come over here, drag it, figure out where that little dotted box is, and drop it in. This pops up and I will select from my computer. So that means that I can go in and select a file. So let's say I want to add the density lab rubric in. I click open and I need to create a title. Usually I just copy and paste this over. I don't make a description because usually it's pretty obvious what it is, and I click save. If I want to add more downloads, that is, I come over here to this green button and I can go through that same process once again. If I want to add a link, a link to a web page, you come and drag this over here and you go through basically the same process. You'd add in the title, so cool website on, whatever it is that topic is, and then you'd copy and paste the URL link from the website. and then hit save. I'm just going to X that out because we're not doing it. So embedding and videos get somewhat confusing. If you actually have a video file saved on your computer, you would pick video. That will, album title, so let's say physics, hey, if I can spell, physics videos. And you can allow the users, you can allow the kids to download the videos if you want them to be able to do that. And then you can select it. Again, this is if you have the video file, select it from your computer. It'll bring this up and you can navigate to wherever you have that video file saved and you can upload it. If you don't have the video file saved to your computer and it's rather on YouTube or some other website, you would embed that video. So to embed that video, again, you'd have a caption, cool physics video on force, something like that. And then you would actually copy and paste the embed code in. So I will actually show you how to get that embed code all set up and in there. So you would just go to YouTube, for instance. Here's just a physics for kids. This is just a random YouTube video on force. Right click on it and you've got an option to copy the embed code. If you click there, it automatically copies it for you. You can flip back to this page and either hit Control V or right click and paste. Either one will paste it in there and then just save it. Now it should pop up here and we can preview what that topic looks like. You've got your test topic. That was the title we picked. We didn't put a picture in. Here's the download for the density rubric, and here's that video embedded in here. I also wanted to show you a cool little thing with the discussion section. If we're in here and you want to add this discussion piece in, what you can do with that is, a couple different ideas. One is, let's say you were, in class discussing force. So you might pose a question. Let's continue that, that conversation about force. Who can explain how a force is generated? This then gives the students the opportunity to respond to that either by asking more questions or making some statements, talking to each other in this digital space. This allows the conversation to continue a little bit longer. It doesn't confine it to the hour-long period that you have in class. Another great tool that you can use this for is just asking, let's say the test on chapter 18 is in a couple days. So I go here and I post, does anyone have any questions? That way, every student can see each other's questions as they come up, as well as my answer. Since kids can comment on this, they can then actually start answering each other's questions and helping each other out, and everybody in class benefits from it. That way I could moderate and make sure that those answers are correct, but still giving all of the students an opportunity to kind of just do the work on their own and help each other out. That was something, Alan November talked about, was letting the kids kind of own it themselves and feel like they are making a big difference. So that would, that's just a kind of an opportunity to do that for them. Just give them an outlet for that. Another way you can use this discussion topic, I know this is getting slightly off course here. If you go into your assignments, you can add an assignment and an assessment, but you can also add a discussion. So if you add that discussion here on their assignments rather than in their topic section, that actually shows up as a homework for them. And that way they might be less likely to ignore posting questions and helping each other out in there because it would pop up in their calendar feed. It just makes it a little bit tougher to ignore. If we go back into the topic section here, one final thing I wanted to show you was that, let's say you do this, you start making these topics this year or you made a few last year, there is an option to import them. That will allow you, to go back in time. So 2013 was the first year on campus was used, I guess, at Dexter. Depending on when you made your topic section, you can go back in time and look at the different topics you made for different classes and copy it over. That way you don't have to reinvent the wheel every year. Makes it a little bit simpler. I hope this quick little intro was helpful. Please let me know if you've got any more questions. Shoot me an email. I'm happy to come and give you a little bit more one-on-one help with any of this, or just make another follow-up video if you need it. Thank you.